My child, pause for a moment and listen carefully, because what you are about to hear is not an ordinary message. This moment was not random, and the fact that this video appeared in front of you right now is not an accident. Out of millions of voices and endless noise in this world, this message has reached you for a reason. So don't skip, not even for a second. Stay with me and stay till the end, because something is unfolding that very few people ever get the chance to witness. There is a moment approaching tonight, a moment written long before today began, and it carries a blessing so unexpected that your heart may struggle to believe it at first. But listen closely, something huge is waiting for you. My child, there are forces moving quietly behind the scenes of your life, things you cannot see, but that have been preparing a path in silence. For many days, maybe even many years, you have wondered why certain doors closed, why certain opportunities slipped away, and why life sometimes felt like it was holding something back from you. But what if those delays were not punishments? What if they were preparations? I am speaking to you now because a message has been sent through Archangel Michael, and it carries urgency. He says he is asking for only 1 minute of your attention. Just 1 minute. Because within this minute, a truth is about to be revealed that could change the direction of your entire story. My child, as you listen, you may feel a strange pull in your heart, almost like a quiet whisper telling you not to leave this video. That feeling is not coincidence. It is the same gentle signal that has guided people in history toward moments that transformed their lives forever. So again I say to you, don't skip. Many people will scroll past messages like this without thinking, but you stopped. And that single choice may be the difference between missing something extraordinary and witnessing something that only happens once in a lifetime. Stay till the end, because the next few moments will reveal why this message needed to reach you today. My child, there is a time written on the clock of this day, 9 p.m. tonight. At first, it may sound like an ordinary hour, just another moment in the evening like countless others before it. But tonight is not ordinary. According to the message delivered through Archangel Michael, there is a shift forming around that exact time, and it is connected directly to you. Yes, you. Somewhere in the flow of events that you cannot see, a door connected to $55 million has been prepared. And before doubt rushes into your mind, listen carefully, this is not about chance or random luck. This is about alignment, timing, and a moment that has been approaching step by step, even during the times you felt forgotten. My child, many people hearing this would immediately laugh or dismiss it, and that is why they will never witness what you are about to witness. Skepticism makes people turn away too early. They close the door before the truth has time to reveal itself. But you are still here, still listening, still watching. That tells me something important. A part of you feels that this message carries weight. So hold on to that feeling. Don't skip now. Because the next piece of this message explains why ignoring this moment could mean watching an incredible opportunity pass by without even realizing it. My child, Archangel Michael's words were clear and direct. I am begging for your 1 minute, because the one who listens until the end will understand what is being placed in front of them. Think about that, a request from a heavenly messenger asking for only a minute of your time. Not hours, not days, just a moment of attention. And if you stay, if you allow yourself to hear everything before making a judgment, you will begin to see the pattern forming. Something huge is waiting for you, but only those who remain patient long enough will recognize it when the moment arrives. My child, right now many people are leaving videos, switching screens, chasing distractions that feel important but lead nowhere. But you are still here. And that means you are closer than most people to understanding why tonight at 9 p.m. holds such significance. Imagine for a moment what it would feel like if the path you thought was closed suddenly revealed a hidden opening. Imagine discovering that something powerful had been moving quietly toward you all along. That is why I keep repeating this: stay till the end. Because the explanation that comes next will connect everything you have heard so far. My child, in the next part of this message, the final pieces of this mystery will begin to come together. You will understand why this video appeared today, why the message from Archangel Michael mentions $55 million, and why the exact time of 9 p.m. matters more than you realize right now. But the truth is revealed only step by step. So keep listening, keep your focus here, and remember this above all else: don't skip, stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you. A moment ago, you heard the beginning of a message that many people would have ignored without even thinking. But you did not scroll away. You stayed. And that simple decision already sets you apart from thousands of others who will never discover what is hidden within this message. My child, listen carefully now, because what comes next is where the deeper meaning begins to unfold. Many people think blessings arrive suddenly, like lightning striking the ground out of nowhere. But the truth is different. Every great change begins quietly, building in the background long before anyone notices it. So don't skip, stay focused, because something huge is waiting for you, and every second of this message brings you closer to understanding it. My child, when Archangel Michael delivered this message, the words carried a sense of urgency that could not be ignored. He did not speak about distant years or vague promises. Instead, he pointed to today, and more specifically, to 9 p.m. tonight. Think about that for a moment. Out of every hour, every minute, every second in your life, this particular time has been highlighted. That is not random. Moments like this appear only when different pieces of life begin aligning in ways that most people cannot see yet. Many times, the greatest opportunities approach quietly, disguised as ordinary moments. And if someone turns away too early, they miss the moment entirely. That is why I keep reminding you, stay till the end. My child, there is another reason this message is so important. Throughout your life, you may have felt that something larger was meant for you, something beyond the daily struggles and routines that people often accept as normal. Perhaps there were times when hope faded and it felt like the world had forgotten you. But messages like this appear precisely during those moments when faith begins to weaken. They arrive like a signal, reminding you that unseen forces are still moving pieces into place. Archangel Michael's words carried one clear message: the person listening to this right now has reached a turning point. And that turning point connects directly to the number you heard earlier, $55,000,000. My child, before doubt rushes into your mind again, remember something important. Every extraordinary story sounds impossible right before it becomes real. History is filled with moments where people laughed at the idea of something happening, only to watch it unfold exactly as predicted. That is why patience is powerful. Those who stay calm and listen carefully are often the ones who recognize the opportunity first. So again, I ask you, don't skip this part. The explanation is building piece by piece, and the closer we get to the end, the clearer the full picture becomes. Something huge is waiting for you, but it can only be understood when every part of the message connects together. My child, imagine someone standing in front of a locked door for years, believing there is nothing on the other side. Then one day, a voice whispers that the door is about to open. Most people would walk away, assuming the voice was meaningless. But the few who stay and listen long enough are the ones who witness the door finally unlocking. That is the situation you are in right now. This message is that whisper. The moment approaching tonight may be the sound of that door beginning to open. And if you are here listening carefully, it means you are already closer than you realize. My child, the reason Archangel Michael asked for 1 minute of your attention is simple. 1 minute is enough time for a person to stop, breathe, and truly listen. It is enough time to realize that the path ahead may be very different from the path behind you. And right now, you have already given more than a minute. You have stayed through the beginning, through the doubts, through the questions forming in your mind. That tells me something powerful. You are curious about what comes next. Hold on to that curiosity. Stay till the end, because the next revelation will explain why the warning about ignoring this message was given. My child, when a message carries both a promise and a warning, it means the moment ahead is delicate. Archangel Michael said clearly that ignoring this message could mean losing something important. But the message was never meant to create fear, it was meant to awaken attention. Think about it like someone calling your name in a crowded place. If you ignore the call, you simply keep walking and never know what the person wanted to tell you. But if you turn around and listen, you may discover something that changes everything. That is why I keep repeating these words: don't skip. Stay till the end. My child, in the next part of this message, the story becomes even more surprising. You will begin to understand why the number $55 million appeared in the message, why the time 9 p.m. tonight matters so much, and what kind of opportunity might be forming around you right now without you even realizing it. The final pieces of this mystery are closer than you think. So keep your focus here, keep listening carefully, and remember this as we move forward. Something huge is waiting for you, but only those who remain patient long enough will see it appear. My child, take a deep breath and focus again, because the message is now moving into the part that most people never stay long enough to hear. You are still here, still listening, and that matters more than you realize. Many people would have already scrolled away, distracted by something smaller and less meaningful. But you stayed. And that patience is exactly why the message is continuing to reveal itself to you piece by piece. So once again, don't skip. Stay right here with full attention, because the truth behind this moment is getting closer with every second. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next words will help you understand why tonight's moment has been highlighted so clearly. My child, throughout time there have always been moments when life changes direction without warning. One day everything feels ordinary, and the next day a single event opens a completely new path. Sometimes that change arrives through a message, sometimes through a meeting, and sometimes through a realization that shifts how a person sees their future. The message delivered through Archangel Michael carries the same kind of energy. It is not simply about numbers or time on a clock. It is about a turning point. The mention of $55 million is not meant to shock you. It is meant to remind you that abundance can appear in ways people never expect. My child, think about your journey so far. There have been moments when you worked hard and felt that the results were smaller than the effort you gave. There were nights when you wondered if life would ever open a door wide enough for you to step into something greater. Those questions are part of almost every human story. But the strange thing about life is that answers often arrive quietly after long periods of silence. The message you are hearing now speaks directly to that silence. It is saying that something you believed was distant may actually be closer than you think. But again, only those who stay patient will notice when the moment finally appears. My child, Archangel Michael's request for your 1 minute was never about measuring time. It was about testing attention. In a world where people scroll endlessly, true attention has become rare. When someone listens carefully instead of rushing away, they begin to see patterns others miss. Right now you are demonstrating that attention. You are still here, and that means you are allowing the message to unfold instead of cutting it short. Stay till the end, because every piece of this message has been arranged to build towards something meaningful. My child, now consider the significance of 9 p.m. tonight. Why that exact moment? Why not tomorrow or next week? The answer is simple but powerful: certain moments carry alignment. They are like intersections where different paths meet at the same time. When those intersections appear, life can move quickly. Opportunities can show themselves suddenly, and situations that once looked impossible can shift in unexpected ways. The message about $55 million is connected to such an intersection. It represents the idea that abundance may appear in ways you did not predict. And when that moment arrives, those who were paying attention will recognize it first. My child, imagine standing near the ocean just before sunrise. For a long time the horizon looks dark and empty. Someone who grows impatient may walk away, believing nothing will happen. But the person who waits quietly soon sees the first light breaking through the darkness. That light spreads slowly, and suddenly the entire sky changes color. Moments of transformation work the same way. They begin quietly, almost invisibly, until suddenly everything shifts. That is why I keep reminding you. Don't skip. Because leaving too early is like walking away seconds before the sunrise appears. My child, there is another reason you must keep listening. The message was never meant only for your ears, it was meant to travel. Sometimes the most important messages are shared so that more people can hear them before the moment arrives. If this message has kept your attention this long, it means something within it resonates with you. And when something resonates deeply, it is natural to let others hear it as well. Remember, the story is still unfolding, and the final pieces are approaching quickly. Something huge is waiting for you, and the next part will bring even more clarity. My child, in the next part of this message, the final connections between the time, the message, and the promise of abundance will begin to reveal themselves. You will understand why this message insisted that you stay until the end, and why patience has been the most important choice you could make today. So keep your focus here. Do not rush away now. Don't skip, stay till the end, because the moment this message has been pointing toward is closer than you think. Something extraordinary may be waiting just beyond the next part of this story. My child, you have come this far, and that alone already means something important. Most people never reach this point because their attention disappears before the message can fully unfold. But you stayed. You listened carefully. And now the story is approaching the moment where everything begins to connect. So once again I ask you with calm patience, don't skip. The pieces you have heard so far were not random words. They were steps guiding you closer to understanding why this message appeared today and why the time of 9 p.m. tonight was mentioned so clearly. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the next moments bring the meaning closer than ever before. My child, when Archangel Michael delivered this message, one thing stood out more than anything else: the urgency and the request for your attention. Not fear, not pressure, just urgency. It was like someone gently knocking on a door that has been closed for a long time. The knock is not loud, but it is persistent enough that the person inside eventually hears it. That is exactly what this message is doing. It is knocking on the door of your attention, asking you to pause and recognize that certain moments in life are different from ordinary ones. And tonight may be one of those rare moments where the direction of a person's story can begin to change. My child, the mention of $55 million continues to echo in your mind because numbers like that naturally create surprise. But the deeper meaning behind it is not only the amount itself. It represents possibility, an idea that life can suddenly expand beyond what someone believed was available to them. Many people live their lives assuming that their future will look exactly like their past. But history constantly proves the opposite. People discover opportunities, connections, and unexpected paths that completely transform their lives in a single moment. The message you are hearing now reminds you that such moments do exist, and sometimes they arrive when a person least expects them. My child, remember something important about opportunities: they rarely shout for attention. Most of the time they appear quietly, disguised as small moments that seem ordinary at first glance. Only those who are alert enough recognize them before they disappear again. That is why the message keeps repeating the same reminder: don't skip. Leaving too early is the easiest way to miss something valuable. But staying patient gives you the chance to see the full picture. And right now you are still here, still listening, still moving closer to the final understanding of this message. My child, there is another reason this message matters today. Attention is powerful. When many people focus their thoughts on possibility instead of doubt, they begin to see opportunities that were invisible before. This message was designed to create that focus. If it has held your attention until now, it means something inside you is open to the idea that life can shift in surprising ways. And when that openness exists, the mind begins to notice chances and doors that would normally go unnoticed. That is why staying until the end is so important, because the final realization often appears only after patience has done its work. My child, if this message has captured your attention so strongly that you are still listening right now, then consider allowing others to hear it as well. Sometimes a message that reaches one person can inspire many more. Sharing a message like this is simply a way of passing along the possibility that someone else might need to hear these words at the exact right moment. And if you want to keep receiving messages that inspire patience, focus, and awareness, you can also choose to follow and subscribe so that future messages reach you when they appear. But for now, keep your attention here, because the story is not finished yet. My child, as the message approaches its final pieces, think again about the time mentioned earlier, 9 p.m. tonight. Whether that moment brings a realization, an opportunity, or simply a shift in how you see your future, the important part is awareness. When a person expects nothing, they often miss everything. But when someone stays alert, even a small sign can become the beginning of a larger change. That is the spirit behind this message. It is not demanding belief, it is encouraging awareness. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the final understanding is very close now. My child, the next part will bring the conclusion of this message together. Everything you have heard, the time, the promise, the request for 1 minute of attention, will connect into a single clear realization. And that realization may stay with you long after this video ends. So keep listening just a little longer. Don't skip now, because the final words of this message may reveal why you were meant to hear it today. My child, if you are still here listening, it means something inside you chose patience over distraction. That alone is powerful. Most people rush through their days without ever stopping long enough to hear a message fully. But you stayed, step by step, through every part of this story. And now the moment has arrived where the meaning behind everything you heard begins to settle into place. So once again, hold your focus and don't skip, because the final understanding is forming right now. Stay till the end, because something huge is waiting for you, and the last pieces of this message are about to connect. My child, throughout this message you heard about a moment tonight at 9 p.m., about the surprising number $55 million, and about a request from Archangel Michael asking for only 1 minute of attention. These elements were never meant to confuse you. They were meant to make you pause. In a world full of noise and endless scrolling, sometimes the only way to capture a person's focus is through something unexpected. When something surprising appears, it wakes up your attention. And once your attention is awake, you begin to listen more deeply than usual. That is the true purpose of this message, to help you stop for a moment and recognize that life is filled with possibilities you may not always notice. My child, abundance does not always arrive exactly in the form people imagine. Sometimes it appears as an opportunity, sometimes as a connection with the right person, sometimes as a new idea that leads to success over time. The number $55 million symbolizes the idea that your life is not limited to the small expectations you may have accepted in the past. It reminds you that the world is larger than the boundaries people place around themselves. And when someone begins to believe that new doors can open, their mind starts noticing chances and possibilities that were invisible before. My child, that is why the message emphasized attention and patience again and again. People often miss meaningful moments simply because they leave too early or stop paying attention. Think about how many opportunities in life appear quietly, almost hidden within ordinary situations. Only those who remain aware recognize them in time. So when tonight reaches 9 p.m., the most important thing is not expecting something magical to fall from the sky. The important thing is being aware, watching carefully for opportunities, ideas, or conversations that could lead to something valuable in your future. My child, patience has always been one of the strongest qualities a person can develop. When you stay calm and attentive, your perspective becomes clearer. You begin to see patterns in life that others overlook. This message was designed to practice that patience with you. By staying until now, you prove that your focus is stronger than the constant distractions surrounding you. That strength will serve you well in many areas of life, because the people who remain patient long enough are often the ones who discover opportunities first. My child, remember that messages like this are meant to spark reflection. They encourage you to step outside the routine of daily life for a moment and think about the possibilities ahead of you. If this message has kept your attention all the way until now, then it has already succeeded in doing something valuable. It reminded you that your future is not fixed. New opportunities can appear when you least expect them, especially when your mind is open and alert to recognizing them. My child, before this message ends, take a moment to carry its core idea with you. Stay aware, stay patient, and stay open to possibility. When you approach life with that mindset, even small moments can lead to meaningful changes. And sometimes the smallest shift in awareness becomes the beginning of a much larger journey. So tonight, when the clock approaches 9 p.m., remember the message you heard here. Stay present, stay observant, and keep your mind ready for opportunities that might appear in surprising ways. My child, you have listened from the beginning until the final words, and that shows dedication and curiosity. Never underestimate the power of those two qualities. Curiosity keeps you searching for better paths, and patience allows you to recognize them when they appear. So as this message comes to its close, remember the reminders you heard throughout. Don't skip important moments, stay till the end of what truly matters, and always keep in mind that something huge may be waiting for you somewhere along the path ahead.